Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Chris Perron here at Perron Chiropractic in Reston, Virginia, just a few minutes outside of Washington, D.C. And in this episode in our learning series, I am going to discuss ear infections. Ear infections, most commonly with children, but yes, adults certainly you can get them too. Why is it more common with a child? Their anatomy is smaller, right? So the drain pipes are literally smaller. So to whatever extent the pipe closes, the fluid doesn't drain. And it's basically a setting pool of water, just like in your backyard and the bugs grow and the mosquitoes fester. That's what an infection is, right? Is bugs growing and they're not supposed to be and they're out of control. So commonly, give Junior an antibiotic. What's the antibiotic do? It goes in, if it works, it kills the bugs, but it never kills all of them, kills some of them. And therefore decreases the number of bugs that are in there. And so the infection goes down, literally, because the infection itself is when the overgrowth is present, right? So if the overgrowth comes down a little bit, even if the original cause isn't addressed, you no longer have an infection. True, all accurate. But if the setting is still in place, what happens? Still a setting pool of water. Strongest survived, they grow. Repeat, repeat, repeat. The saddest things are seeing these little ones. It's usually the same kids that get ear infections, correct? Right? It's not a random thing. You don't catch an ear infection from somebody. It's usually the same person. That right there should be a big clue as to what's going on, right? It's got to be the individual. It's got to be something with that person relative to the other person. And what we found super common is that there's some joints in the neck. In fact, just anatomy and physiology. Second joint in the neck. The nerve controls to your eustachian tube actually come through that area. Now, the eustachian tube is actually a muscle that can constrict and relax, just like the muscles in your body. And so just like if your hip is out of place, your low back muscles are going to do this. Well, guess what? If that joint's out of place, to some extent, it's going to make the eustachian tube tighten as well as a response. Well, if that eustachian tube stays tightened, it doesn't cut off completely. Sometimes it may. But just not the normal flow of what should be, then the fluids can't drain, and again, the festers. So we come along and we can tell within moments whether that scenario is in play. I can't remember a time it has not been with an ear infection, adult or child, and this works. No guarantees. I don't remember when it hasn't worked, but it works a lot. We'll just go with that. Why? Because it's based in anatomy and physiology. So we get the neck aligned correctly so that that nerve that's telling your eustachian tube do this, or the eustachian tube is responding that way. So that situation is no longer there. So what happens? Just like your back muscles, it relaxes, tube opens up, things flow, and therefore there's not that situation where you have the fluid being contained there and therefore bugs growing out of control. Is it a guarantee? No, just like everything else, but the odds are really high. We get great results with this. Am I fixing your ear infection? Nope, I'm fixing your neck. And guess what? Your neck controls your ear. And so that's what we're going after. If you have questions on this, as always, please give us a call, send us an email. Happy to discuss your personal situation with you. And if you found this video informative, please hit the like button, as well as hit subscribe. You can find out about other conditions that we commonly deal with here as well. And I'm Dr. Chris Perron. I look forward to meeting you.